about you and various
Various.
famous men. Travis Scott.
Oh wait, actually I shouldn't do this, I shouldn't. And I was with them like a long time ago, like.
Yeah, well, you're 21. It couldn't have been that long ago.
Travis Scott and Ruby Rose, and Travis Scott talking to underage girls and so much more. This is Rich Lux. You are not gonna believe this drama. Okay, before I get started, when I first heard about this, I was like, oh, really? And it kind of slipped through the cracks, and I don't know why not enough people are talking about this, but it's almost like a pattern of behavior. But I do want to say this. Shout out to House of Salem. Listen, I rarely get PR, but they send me a whole bunch of handmade soaps, and I'll put their Instagram down below. I've tried this right here from them. I love it. This is their body scrub. This is the best body scrub I ever tried in my life. This is probably the only one I'm gonna like purchase forever. It's amazing. Guys, check out this body scrub by House of Salem. I'll put the link down below. I mean, they're known for their soaps and stuff like that, but the body scrub to me is like, that's my heart. Okay, let's talk. So Travis Scott, have you guys been noticing he's been real quiet lately? And I haven't heard any news between him and Kylie. And you know, a lot of you guys, so many of you had followed me on here on YouTube because we were there at Astroworld and reporting on the drama. And now we have like a little bit of an update with what's going on with Travis Scott. So first of all, this is a pattern of behavior, okay? And I want to acknowledge that this is a pattern of behavior, okay? So there's this this girl, I think she's like a rapper or something. Her name is Ruby Rose. You guys might know her. She was on that song Bad and Bougie, like stuff like that, right? Well, I remember that she tweeted, and I have the receipt right here, to Travis Scott and said, "I'm saving me for you." That's what she told Travis. She was 17 at that time when she tweeted that. And they were like talking to each other around that time, I believe. And I know that because, shout out to Sloan, if you look at the relationship timeline, March 2015 is whenever they have broke up, but in July 2014 is when they hook up, and then they broke up, and then stuff like that, okay? Breakups and hookups, all right? They're on and off again. But to me, I was like, wait a minute, I'm gonna play the receipts, okay? She admitted to talking to him
About you and various
Various.
famous men. Travis Scott.
Oh wait, actually I shouldn't do this, I shouldn't. And I was with them like a long time ago, like.
Yeah, well, you're 21. It couldn't have been that long ago.
while she was underage. So here's that receipt, here we go.
Various.
Famous men. I'm
And
going
they're not true.
to name a few.
Okay, I'll tell you which
You
ones
could
are true.
react.
Okay.
Travis Scott.
When I was younger. Oh wait, actually I shouldn't do this. I shouldn't do this game.
I like how she's like, no. And then she's like, okay, I'll react. And then the first one, Travis Scott, she looked blank. I mean, you could tell that she was caught off guard. And even here, she's trying to backtrack. Maybe because she's not supposed to speak about it. I don't know if there are any NDAs involved.
I shouldn't do this game.
I just got a few more names.
Should I do this game?
So you admitted to two of them. Travis Scott and 21 Savage when you were younger. Okay.
You could see her there actually asking someone on her team if she should do this game because she doesn't want to stir the pot, which is exactly what happened. I mean, people really took this interview and ran with it and pretty much confirmed that Travis was into Ruby when she was like a sophomore or junior in high school.
It's not too bad.
Yeah.
Yeah. You pick some strong, you know what I mean?
And I was with them like a long time ago, like.
Yeah. Well, you're 21. It couldn't have been that long ago.
I'm just kidding. No,
I
but
mean,
I don't know.
At least I hope so. Okay.
I mean, I like how the interviewer's like, you're 21. It couldn't have been that long ago. And she's like, yeah, it actually was. Like, I mean, imagine. So she was like 15, then like 6 years ago, 5 years ago. It is a long time. And she was a minor. As the reporter says, she was 21 in this interview, and allegedly when she was 15 or 16 years old is when she dated Travis Scott.
All right, now you follow that, okay? And you follow that with Travis Scott and Kylie Jenner.
Kylie Jenner has split up with her longtime boyfriend Travis Scott, and all the internet is saying is, well, duh. The two have had a long history together where they began dating in 2017 when Kylie Jenner was 20 years old. They got busy quickly where in February of 2018, Kylie Jenner gave birth to Stormi. Statistically speaking, they weren't likely to stay together where 84% of people who have a kid together and aren't married end up breaking up. And then there's also Kylie Jenner's age as a whole where 60% of people to get married or live with their partner from ages 20 to 25 end up getting divorced or breaking up. Significantly higher than people who wait to get married after the age of 30 where the divorce rate is only 24%. For Kylie Jenner, she was never going to end up getting married to Travis Scott because she would end up losing money from it. Because Kylie Jenner has 15 times the net worth of Travis Scott, being worth $1 billion to Travis Scott at $60 million. That means even with a prenup, there are loopholes where Kylie Jenner could end up losing tens of millions of dollars in a divorce. On top of that, she put her own net worth on the line, where Travis Scott currently has 300 lawsuits against him. Or if married and had shared assets, his lawsuits would become her lawsuits in the process. So legally and financially, this was never going to work, and with that, I'm Charles Pearl. Hope you learned something.
When he pursued her, now people were saying, I'm getting receipts right here, right here. She, being Kylie Jenner, I think, was in some way manipulated by Travis Scott, because he was talking to her and she wasn't even like, you know, and they had a kid together, and so they forced this relationship that I still think is fake, and they had these kids and stuff.
I completely agree. I think a huge reason why Kylie kept her pregnancy private wasn't just to stay out of the spotlight, but so that it would look like her and Travis were together way longer than they were. It was almost to ease the public into their relationship, probably in hopes that the public wouldn't really realize that they had just been seen together, and then she ended up pregnant right away. Pregnant with someone she wasn't even going on dates with. They were hooking up. It was after that she became pregnant that we started seeing these two present themselves more as a couple. Kylie was only 19 when she got pregnant. In this situation, young, teen mom, baby mama, casual hookups is something that women, especially I'll say women in lower socioeconomic statuses and women of color, get shamed so deeply for. The Kardashians went right into their PR moves that these two were a long-lasting, healthy couple. So much so that Kylie literally went into hiding for 9 months. So much so that they're really unwilling to drop this narrative. I do believe this was going to be the photo shoot where they were going to admit that they weren't together so that both of these two could be free, which came back to burn them because now we have to deal with cheating rumors of Travis. And Kylie has just had to be by herself all this time. Or maybe this explains some of the very close relationships she has with her friends, but more on that in part 3. So make sure you like and follow for more.
She really liked him, but see, Kylie, people forget, right?
Bro, this man been cheating. I thought this was common knowledge, but as soon as I saw her, I'm like, bro, that's the girl they went on a ski trip together. They was photographed at the Arcadia. This was years ago. I always assumed they wasn't really together.
What are my dog's names?
Norman.
Okay.
Lady.
Lady?
Or like something with an L.
Norman. Remember, they all are like, Normie.
And
They all have the
This came out 2018. This is right after they had Stormy, and I'm like, bro, this man, they are not together. But I know they had said they had got pregnant by accident right after meeting, even though he was with her friend, but all his friends were like, oh, he was just high. What? I believe Kylie wanted a baby at the time. She wanted somebody who was up at the top, because this is the same year that Astroworld and Tickle Mud and all that came out. But I'm like, it's been public knowledge he's been with this girl since 2018. Why is everybody shocked?
That Kylie was like a really young girl with lots of money, and the parents kind of let her like roam free.
Let's talk about Kylie Jenner and Travis Scott. I think Kylie Jenner and Travis Scott don't have a typical relationship. First, I don't think they were ever mutually exclusive. They don't live together. They just aren't the typical couple. Now, do I think that Travis Scott was with young Ro? I don't know. I think if he was, he would have her sign an NDA. So the fact that we haven't seen any pictures of them together isn't conclusive, because that would be covered under the NDA, which is the non-disclosure agreement if you don't know. So I genuinely don't think that Travis Scott is like the most loyal partner ever. I don't think they even see themselves as a couple. I think they helped each other PR-wise because he was a mainstream celebrity, so she was able to get into the mainstream, and then after Astroworld, she was like the anchor to the ground. I think this is all to get more media attention and to distract from other things that are currently happening in their lives.
And I remember her always hanging out with Tyga, and that's another one. Remember that? And I remember rumors are circulating from inside sources that, you know, Tyga would be at his house in Tyga's mansion, and Tyga would have all these friends over. It was like a revolving door of friends coming and going. They're at the pool, in his pool in the patio, and they were just drinking and smoking. And Kylie was staying there, and she would be up in some room over there, and she would just be in her room doing her thing. And then she would come downstairs, see all his friends, all these girls that were there, and she would get her drink or whatever, and then, you know, complain about people taking her or whatever, like, who took my soda or whatever, right? And then go back upstairs. It's just from inside source, okay? Oh, let me see what else they're saying. You know, I got the receipts coming in real quick. Wow. I would say this, okay? Well, let me say this. Kylie did not like that Tyga was living like that, okay? I think she wanted something more stable. She really liked him a lot. And then she ended up getting with Travis after that. That was like her next guy. And she really liked him too. She kind of just like fell hard. And then, but the thing is, she was just so young. And these young girls, they are falling for these guys who are much older than them. And they're playing them. Like they literally think that they're the only ones they're talking to. But it's like this, right? Let me put it this way. Have you ever been, and okay, listen. I'm gonna put you on some game, okay? If you really like a guy, all right? And let's just say he has a car. And you need to be like, you pick me up. You know, we'll take your car, okay? We'll listen to your music. Once he plugs his phone into his car, if he has, you know, an updated car, okay? Then when those text messages come in, you're gonna see it on the screen. It'll say, like, I don't know, like Bob, and it'll say text message. But you can't read the text message, you'll just see that it said Bob, right? And you just sit in the car and don't acknowledge it, but just clock it. It'll say like some girl's name, some guy's name, some girl's name. And then you get to see who they're talking to and text messaging to, right? And this is how one way I had found out that there was this guy I was talking to. And I got in his car, he was driving, he had his phone plugged up, and, you know, we would be driving, running errands, and I would see, you know, occasional names would pop up in the text messages as we're hanging out, right? And I didn't say anything, I just would see it, and then we would do something together that would evoke emotion, and he wants to share, and he would, like, text, you know, certain people, like, and I just noticed that. So if you want to know who your guy is talking to or texting, try that method. And then when you're in the car, you'll see those text messages pop up. I mean, they're right there, right? Unless they don't do that. Maybe they don't want the text messages popping up, you know, type vibe. But I will say this, right? All that to say this. To think that you're the only one he's talking to, I think is a little bit naive. And I think that young girls would know that, but they don't. These young girls are believing like, oh my God, he's spending money on me, he's spending time with me, he really likes me. And then to find out that they have like 4 or 5 other girls texting them good morning, texting them good night.
Young Sweet Ro, her real name is Ro Jean, is kind of giving obsessed with Kylie Jenner, that is. As most of you probably know, Young Sweet Ro was Travis Scott's ex, allegedly, and allegedly maybe his side piece while he was with Kylie. Nothing has been proven. But till this day, Young Sweet Ro is still throwing digs at Kylie Jenner in her comment section. On Young Sweet Ro's latest post from yesterday, someone commented, "Why are you trying so hard to be Kylie?" And she responded saying, "You think I want to be an uneducated and talentless single mother on Prozac in my 20s? And then she went as far as to post this comment that she left on her story. But to no surprise, she has now deleted the comment, her comment, and the story. Another person had commented, "Kylie better." And another user named Miss ASAP Rocky said, "You were the fat bee from the last post, huh?" And Young Sweet Ro liked that comment. I don't think it's right to just say like, oh, that person's uneducated, so they're talentless. I come from a family where there are several people that never went to college, but they're some of the most successful people. And to also throw a dig because allegedly she knows that Kylie is on Prozac. Prozac is, I'm pretty sure, for anxiety and depression, so why would you make fun of someone that is making their mental health a priority in their life? We get it. She doesn't like Kylie. Maybe Kylie doesn't like her. But, like, if it's over Travis Scott, Kylie and Travis have been done for, like, years now. So he's all yours, Ro. Go get him.
What are you doing, babe? Like, all that stuff like that. So to see all that happening, I think that, oh, and then, of course, let's not forget, when you become distant with them, this is, like, classic narcissistic behavior. Like, when you become distant with them, then they want to text you and say something like, hey, it's just to let you know XYZ, and, you know, I don't know what you're going through, you know, so I'm, you know, just trying to be a little distant until you sort that out. Like, they always flip the script on it. You know, if you guys know what I'm talking about, you guys know what I'm talking about. Okay, and if you don't, trust me, in this life, eventually you'll find out. You'll walk through that flame eventually. So anyways, I think that when it comes to Ruby Rose and Kylie Jenner, I think that Travis Scott likes these young girls. And I think that it's easy for him to manipulate them when he has power and money, success, and they're just maybe enthralled by that. And I feel that vibe. So I think that the next girlfriend that he's talking to, and I think he's being very, very cautious, is a very young girl. And we probably don't know about her. She might be up and coming. She might be someone who lives in Houston, somewhere in Katy, you know, ducked off, and something like that, you know? So all that to say this, or he probably, someone who lives in the woodlands, you know what I'm saying? And so I think that Travis Scott likes young girls. And I think a lot of guys do, but at what point do you draw the line? You draw it at if it's not of age. That's where you draw the line. And I think that Travis Scott likes to get them as young as he possibly can, just my opinion, so that he can mold them and manipulate them, brainwash them, and that type vibe. And also be toxic and start petty arguments. Like, that's one thing about me I don't do. Like, I do not engage with arguments over text messages. I don't, and I see it. Like, I literally was texting a guy the other day, and like, you know, I just got busy. Frankly, I just got bored of the conversation. Like, he said something back that I feel did not need a response. It didn't garner a response for me to text back, right? So I saw it, and I was like, all right. I didn't like it. I didn't heart it. I didn't reply back. I just let it go, right? Hours passed by. And then like the next day, so you're not finna text me back? And it's like, whoa. To me, that is a red flag. That is chaos and confusion. That is them wanting to evoke an emotion out of me to be like, what do you mean? And just like, you know, start an argument like that. Like, to me, that is stemming from, that's what their mother and father would do. So that's all they know is chaos and confusion. So that's how they are trying to evoke a conversation, as opposed to saying, hey, you ran across my mind, just checking up on you. How are you doing, right? Instead of saying that, none at all. They just don't do it. They don't know that the chaos and confusion is not healthy. So when they meet someone who is healed, who is a healthy person, and it can have a healthy communication, they see that and they're like, oh, this person is actually talking to me nice. Oh, this person actually really likes me. Oh, this person is showing me love and affection. This is not chaos and confusion. I don't know what this is. This person being nice to me, I don't know what this is, and they don't want it. But if it's met with toxicity and chaos, they like that, they understand that, right? So when you meet someone and they're coming at you with chaos and confusion, and you're a healed person, because let me tell you, I'm a healed person. I can look at somebody, I'm gonna spit some game right now. I can look at somebody and I can tell you, daddy issues, narcissistic tendencies, I see the pattern of behavior here, I see substance abuse issues right here, right? And when you're a healed person, you can see through those things. When you're a healed person, you just don't engage with it. And that's the downfall about being a healed person, is that you really don't hang out with that many people, because not that many people are healed, so you're kind of left alone just to do you. And it is kind of lonely, right? So it kind of sucks. But I see it. Like, I've been in relationships, I never had a boyfriend, but like I've been in like dating or just getting to know someone, and I can see some of these characteristics, and when I get them, I'm like, it's a red flag. I can still be cordial with them, but I just don't engage. I don't communicate that way. That's not the candor. And they don't know how to take it. You know, and so sometimes, like, if I'm with someone, like, one of my love languages is gifting. If I'm with someone and I'll buy them a gift, sometimes their reaction is like they're shocked, right? And I'm like, hey, listen, this is love. This is me loving you. Accept the abundance of the universe. You deserve it, right? And some people, they just can't handle that. They're not used to that level of love like that. They're just not. So anyways, I think that Travis Scott manipulates young girls, and he did it with this girl. He did it with Kylie, and that's my opinion of the drama. So I'll let you guys go. Bye. I love you so much. Mwah.